Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Transport Fever. On episode 15, this episode, I want to connect a few more towns together, because I am still on a journey to connect all the towns. I'm taking St. Paul as an example here. There are still a few towns that are not exactly in the network. Abilene, Boise, Concord, Escondido, Fargo, New Haven, and the rest is all tied in. Doesn't mean that there's a lot of demand for it. I mean, there's only from St. Paul 3 people that want to go all the way across the map to Stamford. But they exist. So I might as well try to cater to these people. Now, let's see. The islands in the north. That's where I really haven't been that active yet. I'm looking for an opportunity to connect all these together. And potentially have an airport. So that I could fly people from, let's say, the airport over here in St. Paul to the airport in New Haven, which isn't there yet, but could be. And then from New Haven also fly them to New York City. So I'd have 3 airports, and from New Haven I would connect Concord, Escondido, Abilene, Boise, and Stockton potentially, although that's a hell of a trek. So let's start by setting up an airport. It's going to be a large passenger airport, this one. Actually, before I do that, I still have... Whoops. And there's the bug again. No game, I don't want to start scrolling. This airport. It's quite a ways out of Concord, though. It's mostly just set up there to transport planks. Which is what it's doing successfully. The thing is... I could connect this, but that would be a bus line going from Concord to the Concord Central Airport. It's not impossible, but it's not really desirable, because I would like to set up a tram line in Concord. And then setting up a tram or a bus from Concord over there. Nah. I'll just stick with my original plan and do it in New Haven. Airport. Passenger airport. Now to see how I need to orient that. Because I don't want flights landing / taking off over New Haven if I can help it. Let's set the landing direction the opposite side. Yeah, this could work. Alright, here comes the demolition crew. Right, so we're setting it up like this. And if I set the airport up... Hold up. If I switch the side, I can have an easier road connection there. Like that. Alright, so that's the first stop for our new line. Starting over here. And landing over there. I do fly over St. Paul, but I hope they don't care too much, because as you guys have been pointing out, these are high altitude flights. And only here they actually start to descend or take off. So hopefully it's not going to be too much of a bother to St. Paul. So this is New Haven to St. Paul. And then there's going to be another line that also originates here. And that goes to New York City. Pretty neat traffic patterns as well. It's not like they're doing these crosses, which I don't really like to see. Good. So this is New Haven to New York. Let's just abbreviate that. NYC. Now, let's tie that into the town. New Haven starts at 263. And it has been pretty stable. It's been to 237. And I'm going to mark it in the name. 263. This is when I'm starting to just interfere in the town's expansion. Now, it's not terribly large. But if I can make it happen, I'll try to grow it out this way. And let's see, I could go for shipping to Boise and Abilene. I will have to do a bit of terraforming though. So let's set the game to medium speed. And that way I'm still getting some money. A couple of bus tram stops. And let's go with the 4th one over there. And then a bus / tram station. No, sorry, not there. Here. Still need to set up the road before I do that. This can be a country road. Oh, right, the terminal's over there. Passenger terminal. Main building, street access. It is only 1 million. Who cares about these things? Cash is aplenty. And yes, I know I didn't align that properly, but I'm not likely to use this as a cargo airport anytime soon. And even if I do, there should still be room for another cargo terminal, potentially even 2 there. So now I can set up the road. And now I'm connected. This road I don't really like. I would prefer a bit of a straighter road like that. This is a medium country road, top speed 80 kilometers. Let's go for a larger one. Yeah, kind of. And yes, I do want a tram line on here. It's going to be a bit weird having a tram line on a country road. But if I pick those fast trams, I think I can just make that happen. While not sacrificing too much speed. Tram tool. And of course, this town is going to be getting the latest in transport technology. So we're going to be giving these low emission fast trams. The future is now, old man. Reach the present. So I reached 2019, I suppose? Yep. Actually, I think the game was almost exact to the date, because I'm recording this on December 17th. And the game is set to medium speed, 2 times speed. So I think I actually have the actual date. That's neat that the game communicates that. Well done. Alright, time for that truck stop / tram stop. And now set it up. New Haven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be New Haven tram counterclockwise. And one the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New Haven tram clockwise. Now there is something else that I want to set up, and I'm going to do that right here next to the beach. I'm going to be making a dock. It's going to be a passenger dock. I'm going to go with 4 terminals because I have plans with this thing. And this is going to be another stop for that tram. And I could do it in a way that the tram can go over here and go out the other way. No upgrading, just a straight line. There. Alright, only the ones that I have here. Tram counterclockwise, stop 1. After that, stop 2 is going to be that one. No, scratch that. Let's do that on the way back. So after Miller Street. Yeah, that's a little neater. Alright, this one can potentially do it after the first stop. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, perfect. Alright, so that's the dock connected, and that's also the dock connected to the airport. So that allows people who want to fly from Boise or Abilene or Escondido eventually to fly all the way into St. Paul. Now, since I am pretty rich, 86 million, I will be able to do some terraforming. And that is going to happen now. I'm going to lower this terrain. The urban e-truck, okay. Lower this terrain. And with that, try to turn this into a bridge. I'm not sure how much the game likes that. But I do want this to be navigatable. That's the most important, because this is going to be the connection to New Haven, to the dock over there. Maybe I should have set the dock up over here, but I wanted to keep it quite close to the airport. Alright, is that navigatable? It is not. Alright, in that case, I'll do some more terraforming. And a while ago in one of the comments, somebody was asking for me to build a Suez Canal. This, I guess, is the closest that I'm going to get. It is navigatable at this point. Bit lower over there. Still a dent. How bad is it now? Yeah, that's workable. Perfect. Alright, let's reestablish that road connection. Medium country road. Just build a bridge right over it. 3 million? In that case, I'll just use that. Yeah, still navigatable. Perfect. Alright, so that's New Haven. I can already start up with New Haven. But I want to have everything depart at the same time. So I'm going to keep the game running on medium speed to make sure that I still have all the cash coming in. Once these things are connected, Boise, Abilene, and Escondido, I'm going to start it up. Oh, and Concord. Concord is also quite important. I'm going to start it up. And we're going to send vehicles going in every which way. Now, Boise is in a pretty bad spot. It is so far inland that I will have to set up a road connection just to get to this passenger harbor. Collision. Yeah, it's now connected. That's one. Abilene is a little more fortunate. That's quite close to the water. Ships tend to make a bit of noise. Let's fix that road. Yep, set up. I'm going with 2 connections, by the way. One's going to go from Boise to New Haven, and one from Boise to Abilene. Abilene, one to probably Boise, and one to New Haven transfer. And then potentially, I'm going to add a third one in Abilene to also connect Escondido. And have a double dock over here. And this one is going to send one over to New Haven and one over to Abilene. So that's going to be quite a few hovercraft. 1. New Haven to Boise. New Haven, Boise. That's 1. Next, New Haven, Abilene. New Haven, Abilene. New Haven, Escondido. That's a long trek. Escondido. And then over here in Concord, let's set up the dock here. So this is another one. Starting here, going there. New Haven, Concord. Nord. Now it says Concord. There. Alright, so that's all the ship connections. Oh, and I can set a ship connection from Escondido to Stamford. Since I have 2 lines over here. So this is Escondido to Stamford. How well is this tying into the town? Oh, not very, because there's no road. I suppose that would do it. Yeah, it's only covering very, very small part of the town. So that's really not what I'm looking for. I need a lot more connections over there. In Boise, I'm just going to go with a bus. Because a tram is not really warranted over here. So 2 stops and then over to the dock here. I will have to go with a large country road because otherwise my buses won't be fast enough. Let's redo this road. This one I can upgrade. No, I cannot upgrade. There you go, that's one. And I don't really need that one to be too speedy. Just this part here. And then I'm going to get into town because then it's fine. And then connect that like that. Alright, then over here. That connects both the dock and the coal mine. Building, bus stop, there, done. This is the start, East Street, Willow Street, William Street, done. This is the Boise bus. And vehicles, road depot, spin it around, and there. Okay, so that's set up. Next one, Abilene. Abilene has the layout for a tram because it's quite circular. Also, this road is not really ideal for what I have in mind. You know what? I'm just going to terraform this. to make sure that they can expand this way. And then flatten. Because now I can make this quite circular. Make sure it's connected. There. Then set up no bus line, no tram line. And make it a bit of a neighborhood. With a connection going through here. The Avelia Liberty. 55 million. It's the first train that can actually do 300. That's nice. Okay, trams. We're starting here. We're going there. We're going to what seems to be the industrial area. The next industrial area. Connecting these things together. Yes, with electric. Connecting that. Connecting to here. And then we're going to take this street and go back. Like that. So that was the last bus stop, or the last tram station that I'd set up. And then the next one's going to be here. With a future expansion of this town in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. 5, 6... and 7. And for some reason it's ignoring this part, because I think I haven't upgraded everything yet. This was Abilene, wasn't it? Yes? Yeah, okay. Abilene. Tram counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Abilene tram clockwise. Capital W, it's an abbreviation. Upgrade some roads. Yes, tram tracks. And I did see the bus / tram line do some weird stuff, so I'll probably have to look over some of the bus stops / tram stops. Maybe I didn't deploy all of them correctly. Yeah, it's doing something a little weird here. That's because there's only one stop. Same here, I guess. And it's doing something weird here. Same problem. And now everything's working perfectly. Good. Condition of ship 5 is very poor. What is that? Oh, it's an old hovercraft. How old are you? 50 years old? Oh my. Okay. Replace that particular hovercraft with a new one. Alright, so that's set up. That's Abilene covered. Next, Escondido. Small town, just 108. One bus line going in, through town, and out through town. Simple. So one stop there. One here, and there, and then there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Escondido bus. Couldn't make it any easier than that. So that's Abilene covered, that's Escondido covered, that's Boise covered, New Haven's covered. The only thing that I don't have yet is Concord. So that's going to be the next and last one. Seems to be a pretty circular one again. So that should make it easy to deploy a tram. Yes, I'll upgrade that and that. Here to the dock. And then build the last segment myself. Medium Street over there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Right, starting here. Oh, crap. I didn't deploy one there. Tram slice bus. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this was Concord tram counterclockwise. And the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's doing something a little unusual over there. It's trying to cut off a part. There needs to be another stop here. No, there is a stop over there. It's just that the tram seems to think that this is faster, like that, than the other way around. Really? Because that's not where there's any tram tracks, I'm sorry to say. Okay, in that case I'll go for a waypoint. After number 3, I want you to hit this particular waypoint, and then... The hell are you doing? This is weird. After number 3, it's supposed to hit the waypoint. Oh, I clicked the wrong waypoint. There's 2 of them. Or rather, there's supposed to be 2 of them. After 3, hit that waypoint. There you go. That fixed it. Concord. Concord. Don't cut corners here. Clockwise. And over here, after number 4, I want you to hit that one. Perfect. Okay. Tram Depot. Right, I think we're ready to get everything going. That was a lot of building, and a lot of spending is about to commence. Let's see if I can spend everywhere. Over here I don't have a depot yet. Should put that on the outskirts of town. That's one. Escondido only had a bus, so they'll need a road depot. I'll still need a couple of shipyards. Otherwise, I will not be able to actually send out all of those ships. Let's do that here. It's more or less in the middle of everything. Terminals. No. Not everything's going to use that terminal. You're going to use terminal 2. There. Checking here. Check. There should also be a line from Boise to Abilene. Boise, Abilene. And then another one from here to there. And that is Boise to Escondido. Oh, sorry, that's Abilene to Escondido. Boise's on the left. Abilene. Yeah, I think that should cover everything. Okay. Here we go. Pause the game. And commence your tram building. Now this one's going outside of town, so I'll take the faster one, the CAF Urbus 3. This is New Haven. New Haven tram counterclockwise. And New Haven tram clockwise. Check, that's 1. Next up, Boise. Bus, passenger. The E-Citaro. Emission of 63, oh nice. I'll take 2. That's the Boise bus. Next up, we got Abilene. Abilene has the tram. I think a Cobra might be enough. Might even be overkill, because Abilene's not that big. Start with Skoda. Abilene tram clockwise. Abilene tram counterclockwise, both set. Escondido had a bus. Yeah, I'll take as little emissions as possible. This is Escondido. You're going to get 1 bus. I'm starting out cheap here on all these towns, and we'll just see how the situation develops later. Concord had a tram. Concord might be pretty sizable very fast, but then again I will start with this and we'll see how it develops. Concord tram counterclockwise, Concord tram clockwise. Alright, so that's all the intercity transports. Now I need to set up the ships. Starting with the hovercrafts. Okay, Abilene, Escondido. Boise, Abilene. Escondido, Stamford. That's all the way in the east. New Haven, Abilene. New Haven, Boise. New Haven, Concord. New Haven, Escondido. Do I have everything covered yet? Line manager. Do I have all the lines covered? Which lines do not yet have a vehicle? I imagine that might be the plane. Yeah, New Haven, New York City doesn't have a plane, and the St. Paul doesn't have a plane. All the others seem to have their transports set up. So it's just time to buy a couple of planes. Well, just. Let's go with a couple of smaller ones. I don't know what the demand's going to be. They don't need to be terribly fast either. 7.8 million for a Bombardier Q400. New Haven, New York City. And New Haven, St. Paul. And now the fiesta is about to begin. Hold on, let's just, before I actually press play, 98's what they start with. Abilene starts on 159. Then the bug sets in again. Stamford is not my department because it's already been connected. Escondido's on 108. Concord is on 185. And I think that's all of them. Alright, let's run it. All the vehicles are now going to be making their moves. We get the first planes going out. Of course, it's going to take a bit of time, as per the usual, before these things actually get any sort of demand. It seems that we already got the first couple of passengers over here in Boise. The bus might be empty, as expected, but there's another bus coming in. Oh, by the way, this is one of those new buses. The e-cigarette, or whatever it's called. The e-citaro. Hold up there. Nice. I really quite like that. Nice. Okay. You may carry on. New Haven, where do you want to go? You want to go to New Haven. Nah, they don't have any destinations yet. That's about to change. As these first trams are going to be making their moves. Hold up, what are you doing? I think it made a really weird turn there. Whoa. After Birch Street? You're going to turn around? Aha. And that would be why. That would be why. I hadn't upgraded that road yet. And that's why that tram was doing all sorts of weird stuff. Apparently, on the way back, or rather, I don't even know how it's going back. That's what I want to see. That's it. Terminals here. Check. Yep, that's what I want to see. And there's the demand. Because they weren't yet connected to the airport, and they weren't yet connected to the transfer. So now we should be seeing some passengers. Yep, passengers for Erie, passengers for Nashville, St. Paul, Santa Clara, Stamford, Stockton, Thornton. Good. Good, good, good. Hovercrafts are still running empty, I'm not surprised. About 20 people waiting here for the bus. Bus is about to arrive, so they should be fine. Who else? How's Abilene? Where do you people want to go? To Erie, to Escondido, to Stamford. Not to New Haven. How's that? Because there is a hovercraft going there. Curious. So they're not that interested in going there yet. Maybe later. Do you people want to go to the other smaller towns? Yeah, Escondido has demand. Concord does not yet have demand. There is a line, however. Hold up. Concord is only waiting to go to Concord. Yeah, and this is why. The road hasn't been upgraded. So the trams couldn't make it to their destination. And that's why this one didn't have any demand. And that's why people from New Haven did want to go to Concord. Because they would strand over here. They would have to walk their way into town. And the AI just does not do that. So now Concord should start throwing out more passengers. First going to Boise. New Haven. St. Paul. Oh, St. Paul. Interesting. Stamford. Yep, everything's growing. We got our first passenger going to Escondido. That's a long trek. How long does that take you? It's hoping that this is the one. No, this one's going to Boise. Also, what I want to see is what it looks like from a hovercraft to go through that canal that I just dug out. That bridge is looking a little crooked, but as long as it works. My trusty little hovercrafts. You do see that bridge pillar, right? That bridge pillar, that one. And it slows all the way down to 5 kph? Oh man. I guess the narrow water here is forcing the thing to slow down. Yep. It has to make a pretty sharp turn. Alright, I'm gonna fix this. I don't like that. I want these hovercrafts to just maintain their speed and not have to slow down a crawl because there's a bridge in the way. We're not gonna let something as simple as a bridge stop us here. Medium streets, no electrics, nothing. Up. And as few pillars as possible. Sure enough, it's going to cost me 3 million, but cash is not a problem. Alright, let's see what it does on the way back. No passengers, unfortunately. Zips across, 74 kph, 85, 90, 92, 93. That's its top speed. Now it's approaching the Narrows. And it is zipping right past. Yep, it was the bridge pillar. The bridge pillar was slowing everything down. Abilene, 159 previous, 180 currently. Boise, 98 previous, 135 currently. Escondido, 108, 147. Concord grew by about 20, 185 to 202, and is projected to go all the way to 249. And New Haven started out at 263 and now has 320, and even has a couple of people waiting for the planes. Lots of people waiting here for New Haven for Escondido? That's all the way over there. What would you possibly want to do over there? Hold up. Hold up. Who's waiting there? You? You want to go to an industrial building? In Erie? What? Hold up. You're gonna take 3 different hovercrafts to get to Escondido? Or to get to Erie? Is that the plan? Details. Residential building in New Haven. And yep, this one wants to go to Erie. With lines. So this guy's gonna go to New Haven. To Escondido. Escondido to Stamford, Stamford to Erie, to go to work. Man, that's a trek. Holy shit, I hope he brought snacks, because he's going to be out for a while. Right. Oh, hold up, we still have some problems. Abilene Tram could not connect all the stations. Let's have a look. Did I just throw down the stations and not upgrade the roads? Because I was building so much that it wouldn't surprise me. Abilene Tram. What stations can you not get to? Here. That's it. There. Does that satisfy your need for electricity? No, it does not. Here and here. There. No warnings. So that probably accesses Abilene a bit more. Because currently it's only really servicing this one residential building. Abilene already grew by almost 30. And now we're probably going to see even more growth. Yep, somebody waiting here. The big question is, when are these lines going to get profitable? I think with the Hovercraft it's going to be pretty soon. Over here from Boise we already have pretty decent demand to go to New Haven. So over there I can throw on a new line or a new Hovercraft. So that's New Haven, Boise. New Haven, Abilene. No, Abilene, Escondido. This is actually a pretty popular destination. Maybe because it's connecting a few. Interesting. I hadn't expected that much demand for Escondido because it seems to be so far away from everything else. Now, to end the episode, I want to go back to St. Paul. This is where we started. Destinations. I have connected Abilene, Boise, Carrollton, Concord, Erie, Escondido, Nashville, New Haven, New York City, St. Paul itself, Santa Clara, Stamford, Stockton, and Tempe. There is just one that I have not connected. Fargo. Fargo is still a little bit outside my reach. So if I set up one connection to go from New York City to Fargo, let's say with a Hovercraft, and then potentially... No, that would be too far. Santa Clara, Fargo. This is really, really far for a Hovercraft. So I would do that, and then I have everything connected. New York City, also one of my bigger towns, has passenger demand for everything. Perfect. Now, I'd say that this was a successful episode. Lots and lots of construction. Probably also lots of lines that still need tweaking. So in the next episode I'll be connecting Fargo and looking into how I can optimize these lines further. Because apparently there is quite a bit of demand. New Haven Escondido, New Haven Concord. These lines need some work. So join me next time as we're going to be upgrading more lines, applying more vehicles, getting more hovercraft and making more money. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed yet then please do so, it really helps me out. And I hope to see you in the next episode.